Hello, my name is Zach Jackson, and today we have two special guests. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Sure, I'm Jesse Shetler.
I'm Kristie Shetler.
And you guys were recently displaced by the fires that happened in the Beachy Creek fires just outside of Salem here. Can you tell us some about your experience, what it was like for you guys, and maybe some ways you guys saw God through that?
Well, I was hunting when the fires broke out, and I came back Wednesday. It took me 24 hours to get home because of road closures, two different road closures. So I had extra time to think about what I might be coming home to or might not be coming home to. So, but I did have a real peace. I know a lot of people were praying for me and my family. So I had a lot of peace about what I was coming home to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just got the call, to evacuate. I got a couple hours notice, and so I just grabbed, the important documents and stuff, and got in the car with the kids that were with me. Two of them were Jesse, so I had 4 kids, and we loaded up and headed to my parents' house down here. And as I'm pulling out of the driveway, I'm thinking, am I going to see either of these houses again? The one we're breaking so much sweat over building, and my one that has all my possessions in it right now. Are we ever going to see those again or not? Because the way the fire was moving, it was pretty scary looking, and we were not sure. So we made it to mom and my parents' house and just kind of waited, just watching Facebook and news and just seeing what's the progress and hoping to hear from friends and neighbors that were still in the area. And then when Jesse came home, when I finally got home on Thursday, he was able to go back up to the place and check on it and check in with neighbors and visit with them and get an update on what was going on with the fires. And we had some good conversations with neighbors and reassuring them.
So it sounds like it was kind of a scary time. The fire came how close to your guys' property?
As the crow flies, it was about between 1.2 and 1.5 miles away. It was up the ridge, which is a little better. Fire doesn't burn downhill as fast as it burns uphill. So, but it was within a couple hundred yards of one of my childhood friends. And there was some other fires up the Avalqua Basin that were within a quarter mile of 2 people I know pretty well also. So I was even more fearful for them than myself.
Because you're just such a great person and giving, right? Well, you guys had some cool stories of when you were leaving, and I know, Jesse, you got to talk with one of your neighbors. Can you tell me about that, what happened, and how he responded?
I spent 3 days up there running generators on my freezers, or 3 freezers, and one other neighbor's freezers, and I did walk-arounds for another neighbor who was in Salem, and spent a lot of time at my house. But leaving the first night, I saw headlights in one of my neighbor's driveways, and I stopped because it was like a ghost town. Really, nobody was around. And so when I saw somebody there, I stopped to see if it was him or something that shouldn't have been going on. And just it was my neighbor, and he asked how it was going, and I gave him a report on what was the latest news that I've been receiving. And he hadn't heard anything good, and what I gave him was good news. And he stayed the night. His wife and dog ended up staying because they felt it was safe. And it was just a short conversation, but this week, only a few days ago, he called me at 10:40 at night and just over and over expressed his thankfulness for what I did for him and his wife, and what peace and wisdom, as he called it, I gave them, and how it just changed the course of their day and their week. And it was just a conversation. I didn't do anything physical for him. It was very small, but it was personal, and it just really touched him.
Yeah. Do you guys think, how maybe would that encourage someone who doesn't know what to do when things are scary or when things are uncertain?
Well, I would say you never know what impact you're going to have on somebody. You don't have to have big lectures and life-changing experiences to impart to people. Be real, and try to, give them something from your heart that this from the Lord, from the Word or from your heart, but don't try to change everything with one conversation.
Yeah.
Build a relationship and start small and be yourself.